Today I'm going to make a beef stew, casserole, whichever you like to call it. I'm going to use, get me, M&S braised steak, but any braised steak will do. And what I've discovered is that if you buy the already cubed, cut braised steak, it is significantly more expensive than if you buy it uncooked. And really, it doesn't take any cutting yourself. You can either use a good sharp knife, or I use scissors for safety reasons. But it really is significantly cheaper, and we all need this day and age. This is my Marks and Spencer's. As you can see, this one is really chunky. So I'm just going to take my scissors, and the beauty with this is that you can make your pieces as large or as small as you want. You have control over that, whereas if you buy it already done, you don't have that control. Now I'm going to leave the fat on because that's where the flavour is. Okay, a lot of the flavour you will find is in the fat. If you buy a piece of this, always look for it marbled with fat, because that's where your flavour is. Okay, so with this, I'm just going to cut it. Try and cut them around about the same size, obviously, but then they'll all cook at the same time, the same pace. Okay. And by magic, it's already done. As you see, I've left the fat on, and each of my chunks are of a reasonable size, and they're all more or less the same. Okay. Now then, you don't have to fry it off or seal it for this. It's entirely personal preference. Some people believe that it seals the moisture in. To be perfectly honest, I can't see any difference. If I'm in a rush, I'll just leave it like that. Okay, so then I just go and I pop it in my slow cooker. To make things really easy for me, I've bought a casserole vegetable mix. Really easy, really simple. You haven't got any waste. This is the joy of this. There is no waste. Now, when you buy the casserole packs, they're great, but you have a lot of waste. Also, you might cut into an onion and find that it's rotten inside. You just don't know. Whereas these, you can see what you see is what you get. Okay, but because I'm using a slow cooker, what I will do is my baby potatoes I will always halve, because these take a little bit longer in the slow cooker. So I just empty that in. Popping all the potatoes out. I'm going to chop these out. Really simple and really easy. Just chopping up my potatoes like so. Okay, now to this, what I'm going to add are gravy granules. Now I'm using Tesco's. Again, I'm doing this really cheap and really cheerful. Okay, but it's going to have an awful lot of taste. So I've put 2.5 spoonfuls, dessert spoonfuls, in my jug. I've got half a tablespoon or half a dessert spoon of garlic puree. Same again with tomato puree. I'm going to use mixed herbs. This is all to develop the flavour, and good old Worcester sauce. Okay, so what we do is we add that. Okay, so I've made up my gravy granules. Now, the trick, if you like, the top tip for a slow cooker is to make your gravy super thick, because you've got all the moisture coming out of the meat and the vegetables, and that will dilute your gravy down. And if you do normal gravy, you'll end up with just basically a brown water. So make it really thick. And we tip that over. Don't think that you haven't got enough moisture in there, because that really doesn't matter with a slow cooker. It is all about the end result. It may not look very attractive at this stage, but trust me, it is going to be amazing. Right, onto that. I add my garlic. I add my tomato puree. I add my mixed herbs. With the mixed herbs, you need to be generous because dried mixed herbs are an awful lot less strong than fresh herbs. Worcester sauce to taste. I don't put salt in it because I think there's an awful lot of salt in the gravy granules, and obviously we don't want it to be over salty, but I do add a twist of pepper. Okay, let's give it a good mix to our vegetables. So you don't have to be too precious about this because it is all going to just mash together and be amazing at the end. Okay, so I've got my slow cooker. I put it to warm on low while I was preparing. I'm now going to put it on high, and I will leave it on high for about half an hour. When that's nicely warmed up, I will just pop it on medium and leave it. If you're going out for the day, just leave it on low and no harm will come to it. It'll be absolutely fine. This is just because I'm at home for the day and I will pop it on high and then I'm here to turn it down. But if I'm at work, I just leave it on low for, I don't know, 6-8 hours. It'll be absolutely fine. That has taken me, I would say 5-6 minutes to do that. And then when you come home from work or you come in from having a day out, you've got a beautiful beef casserole waiting for you and the house will smell amazing. Okay, hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so this has been on about just over 6 hours. And I turned it down to medium. As I say, you can leave it on for low. Take the lid off, I'm going to get all steamy now. Ooh. And as you can see, it wasn't a pretty sight at the beginning when I first put it in, but all the moisture has come out of the meat and out of the vegetables. Now it looks and smells absolutely amazing. And as you can see, I know the gravy was so thick when I put it in, but because the moisture's come out of all the ingredients, now gravy's perfect. So give it a go. Winter's approaching rapidly, and this is a perfect winter warmer. So please like and subscribe. Thanks, bye.